What's good, everybody, man? Welcome back to another episode of the Daily Rundown, man. We break down false points, we break down false premises and weak arguments. And today we have another weak argument from men who are in their 40s, men who are baby daddies, men who, have ran through women, have made them baby mamas, men who are pretty much degenerate at every single level. Let's go ahead and break down this clip right now so we can really understand what happened here at JB Reacts channel. Let's go.
Translates on screen. But yeah, take care of your mental health, and guess what? Your man gonna find you. You be all right.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I forgot. So the prerequisite is this. They're going to be talking about Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce did an interview recently. I don't even know who he did the interview with, but I know he did an interview talking about white women are more apologetic and they're nicer and they take accountability more. So, even after Jonathan Majors, even after, Shannon Sharp, these men, black men in particular, they just never learn. Paul Pierce even said that marriage is for poor people. Marriage don't matter to nobody unless you poor. Meanwhile, every United States president has been married. Most senators are married. Most congressmen are married, right? Most city and state reps are married, right? So I don't understand what he's saying, but you know what? We're gonna watch the clip and we're gonna react to the responses only. Let's go.
About to roll into the last clip, y'all. I probably don't have to preface this. The clip will explain itself.
Do you feel like, why do you feel like men, especially NBA players, get with the white women? Is it because they're easy, quote unquote?
I got some theory.
Yes, it's definitely because they're easier. And he's about to explain it. They're nicer, they be quiet more, which means they let men get away with the bullshit that these men want to get away with. They don't want a black woman to hold them accountable. They don't want nobody to hold them accountable the same way that Monique was trying to tell Shannon Sharp, the same way Kendra G tried to tell Shannon Sharp, the same way that what's the other young woman who went on his channel? Something Underwood. She was trying to tell him too. Hey, you don't need these young white women. You're gonna, lose all your fortune over this woman. But let alone the men don't listen, and now he don't have a job. Child.
But I really want to hear it from him.
I do too. I want to hear it too.
I honestly think that maybe they appreciate maybe more and they apologize more.
And that still didn't make you keep them, right? So they apologize more, they're quiet more, etc., but you still end up treating them like the ones who wasn't, right? You still ended up what? Having sex with her, giving her, adding to her body count, not making her a wife, but she's supposed to do all those different things. And that's part of the reason why I believe Paul Pierce was a very good basketball player, but he just really wasn't a good leader. And that's why he didn't have the career that people like LeBron James had, Dwayne Wade, even now, Steph Curry, Luka Doncic. I would even go as far to say Draymond Green has had a better career than Paul Pierce. And a lot of it, I can tell, has a lot to do with his mentality and how he thinks about stuff and how he handles stuff. Because it's clear. I remember a clip a few years ago when him and Kevin Garnett was sitting next to a some white woman that he had paid, right? Some white woman that he had paid to come up and say, well, this is my girlfriend. This is my girlfriend. This is my girlfriend for the day. I pay her. I bought her. So, in actuality, we have somebody who is okay with paying for sex, and he's not trying to, he doesn't want a wife. He just wants sex, and that's it. That's it. He really just want somebody to do what? To have sex with him, treat him like something that he's not. And then what? I mean, I just never understood it, man. I never understood why they had this propaganda and make it seem like white women are not out here just doing black men wrong. And we clearly saw Shannon Sharp just lost $100 million over a white woman. So, and again, they're not getting the results. So just say you want them because they're okay with being slutted out for a temporary time. And then y'all black men are going to make it seem like after she got slutted out by Paul Pierce, not wifed, she's still a good option. And, so I don't understand the rhetoric that Paul Pierce is trying to allude to.
Listen, I'm scared. Hold on.
No.
Hold on.
Yes, I mean,
I had an interview with
don't mind being held accountable.
I'm so scared of this, y'all, because I had an interview with Columbus Short, and I asked him the similar question, and he said something, and I got dragged for filth. I was on Breakfast Club, I was on Shaver, I had death threats.
Columbus Short is crazy. Interesting that she used his name because the last memory I have of Columbus Short was not the movie that he was in. I think the movie is called Stump the Yard with Chris Brown. And frankly, I don't remember Columbus Short being in any other movies outside of Stump the Yard. But what I will say about Columbus Short, the black men are about to say, well, Columbus Short was right. He was right. But these are the same men that say that men shouldn't date hoes. And from my understanding, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Columbus Short was the one that made an R&B video proposing to Corinne Steffens, also known by many as Superhead. So, as I was saying in the chat, one day y'all are shitting on men like Russell Wilson this, Russell Wilson that, and his name was, brought up in the first two topics. But the next time y'all talking, it's like, oh yeah, we just because this man and the Columbus Short said something y'all agree with, y'all forgot the fact that he was dating Superhead. And it's crazy because y'all get on Russell Wilson for being with Sierra, but now you're okay with Columbus Short, and he was with Corinne Steffens, and Corinne Steffens directly said, if Lil Wayne called me, if Bow Wow called me, I'm going. It don't matter. And that was Buddy Ho's wife. So, I mean, it is what it is, bro. It's like, on one hand, we shame men for dating hoes. Then we okay when they say stuff that we like. Goofy shit. But let's get to the panel. Without further ado, let's play the clip.
That's for so long from black women because they said I laughed when he said that. So let me not laugh. I don't have nothing to do with this.
I mean, that's what
black.
I think.
I'm black.
Don't know.
He don't know though because he dates black women. Period. So do not come for him. Period.
This is not a black woman that we're looking at, guys. Right? And again, Paul Pierce saying that, well, white women are just so much more submissive and so much more nicer. I mean, they should be when you're paying them $30,000 a day to be their girlfriend. Did you think that we forgot that, Paul Pierce? Do you think that we forgot that? Let me go ahead and go to the clip for you guys. It's a 30-second clip. So if you guys don't know, right, Kevin Garnett, who is a legend, right? Kevin Garnett, to me, is better than LeBron James ever will be. Kevin Garnett had a show where he was being paid by, what's it called, the MGM Grand. He was being paid by the MGM Grand. That's a little lion at the bottom and shit. I'm pretty sure there are casinos and they got hotels every goddamn where, right? So he was being paid by them, and he had a show on Showtime Basketball. He invites his teammate, Paul Pierce. Now, Kevin Garnett said, who's this random white girl you invited to a secret location where we have millionaires and we're filming? Right? This is Paul Pierce's answer, y'all.
Throw a wall in here and turn it up. You know what I'm saying?
Kevin.
Hey, how you
Camille.
doing? Camille, nice to meet you. That's Formula One everywhere, ain't it? Formula One
So
everywhere.
this is my girlfriend for the day. They got a website that you can hire girlfriends for the day.
Stop, man.
And so I got a girlfriend for the day.
Stop, man.
So Showtime had hired them to react to the basketball game live, but Paul Pierce decided to show up drunk. You see, Kevin Garnett didn't even want to speak about that. Oh, it's my girlfriend. I got her for the day. Nobody asked that. But the white girl felt the need to introduce herself. Oh yeah, can you introduce me to Kevin? I know he's the actual superstar between the two of y'all. Right? Let's play it again.
Throw a wall in here and turn it up. You know what I'm saying?
Kevin.
Hey, how you doing?
Average white woman. Average white woman. Right? Now, again, these men will make it seem like all these women want is they want to marry a rich man. Only thing a rich man want to do is find him a woman to settle down with. It says Paul Pierce is allegedly worth $30 million right now. This man haven't dribbled a basketball in Lord knows how long. Superstar, right? These two men beat Kobe Bryant in the NBA Finals. So we know they basketball. But he decided to do what? Come there with a white woman and to talk about relationships through internet online dating. What happened to the show? Showtime canceled the show. Right? Now KG don't have no show. This is what I'm talking about. It's not just Shannon Sharp. This happened to black men over and over and over again. Now, KG did start his own podcast on YouTube, but I believe that it's different from being paid by a corporation like Showtime, having to go up to paid subscriptions versus on YouTube, where they're taking money from you every time you make money. And that's based on how many views you get, how many super chats you get, when they were just getting paid a salary to go and sit on a set. But again, like the whole video not here, but like Kevin said, why you bring this girl to our set, bro? This is an undisclosed location. She could be texting anybody. They had to cancel the whole shit. Also, again, this is the man that's giving advice on relationships.
Camille, nice to meet you. Formula One everywhere, ain't it? Formula One everywhere.
This is my girlfriend for the day. They got a website that you can hire girlfriends for the day.
Stop, man.
And so I got a girlfriend for the day.
Stop, man. Stop.
You can hire girlfriends for the
Stop,
day.
Man.
I went on the website.
Stop. He said stop 3 times. Stop, man. You can have a girlfriend for the day. Hey, what about that Formula One racing, though? What about the Formula One racing? Right? The stuff that the advertisers are paying us to talk about. What about that? But also, we got this girlfriend for the day website, right? Ciao.
Stop, man.
And so I got a girlfriend for the day.
Stop, man. Stop.
You can hire girlfriends for the
Stop,
day.
Man.
I went on the website and I hired a girlfriend for the day.
Look, Collins. There go Collins. Look at D Wade at the game.
You didn't get what KG was trying to not talk about that shit. Here, KG, if y'all don't know who KG is, Kevin Garnett is in my top 5, my personal top 5 players. Like if I pick 5 players, right, to guard my life with, if they don't lose the game, so if they don't win the game, I die, Kevin Garnett gonna be on that team. Right? And it's because I haven't seen nobody meaner and more honest than Kevin Garnett. I remember Kevin Garnett got into it with Carmelo Anthony. Hey, dog, shut up and go over there with your white woman, Lala. I was like, damn. Because while Lala not white, but that shit was foul anyway. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to KG, man. But let's get back to the clip. I'm only show that because the ladies and, the ladies and JB Reacts, they was over here acting like, well, Paul Pierce keeping it 100. So let me go ahead and play the clip one more time with Paul Pierce saying what he said on Steak, because then we go into the reaction. My wife just got here, so let's go.
Why do you feel like men, especially NBA players, get with the white women? Is it because they're easy, quote unquote?
I got some theories, but I really want to hear it from him.
I do too. I want to hear it too.
I honestly think that maybe they appreciate maybe more and they apologize more.
He left out the fact that we already know that he pays for a vagina. He left out the fact that we already know that he will go online. Don't need to know a person. Don't need to know if the girl cook, clean, do all the rest of the stuff. Only thing he knows is that she gonna smash. And he's paying. He's transactional. He doesn't intend to get married. Right? And in the same interview, he would go on to say that marriage is for poor people. Meanwhile, LeBron James is married, right? Most NBA players that are successful, let's say Steph Curry, is married. I went as far as saying, so how can you say that when I can't name a politician that's successful that's not married, especially men? Let's keep it 1,000. I'm not talking about AOC. I'm talking about presidents. You can't be a president single, my dog. But again, with all due respect to Paul Pierce, because I can't even say nothing about him on the basketball level. Nigga beat Kobe and Shaq, right? But he reminded me of Anthony Edwards. Great basketball player. Phenomenal. Off court, do stupid shit. Do we got to remind y'all that Paul Pierce was the same one? Because y'all know he from Compton. You know he from LA, so he got signed to Boston. But guess what he do? He buy a house in Compton. Not in Santa Monica. In Compton. Guess what Paul Pierce do? He get into a shootout where he almost lost his life. Signed to a $90-some million contract, which he blew all of it. He only worth $30 million now. And that was his first rookie years. This man had a 13, 14, something like that career. Beat Kobe in the Lakers, right? Forced LeBron to go to Miami after destroying LeBron. Forced LeBron to go to Miami. They did that. Off court, idiots. Let's keep going.
Period.
What y'all think about that?
Black women
I ain't apologizing for shit I ain't do. Like,
see what I'm talking about? Black women apologize to me though. I don't play with her.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of, I think it comes with the game, like NFL players, NBA players, any rappers, athletes, entertainers. Once you in that space, it don't matter if they white or black, pussy getting thrown at you, period. Yeah. And then it helps if you're handsome too. It's enhanced.
Well, the premise of the whole thing.
What do you mean? Like these men don't know how to control themselves once they become NBA players and football players? That's not true. We saw this in LeBron James, who y'all consider the greatest, definitely of this generation. I don't. I consider that to be Steph Curry. But nevertheless, LeBron married his high school sweetheart. Like I said, when I was up there speaking to JB Reacts, you can say that LeBron had allegations against him. I don't count that. Unless y'all got proof that he ever did something. In my mind, even though I despise LeBron on court, off court, that man's as solid as it goes, right? Marry his wife the moment he turned 18 and she turned 18, they get married immediately. I remember it like it was yesterday. Bought a $3 million house in Akron, right? I remember everybody talking about how he had a Hummer before he played his first game. Why? Because they was paying him money. He had shoes that summer when he was still a what they call that shit? A McDonald's All-American. Let's keep it 100. Everybody was claiming his mama was accepting money from colleges. She said, y'all could think that. But and Gloria James said, I'm not sending my son to college. This is the last year that they're allowing players from from high school to go from high school straight to the NBA. Why would she send her son to college when he can make $90 million next year? They did the smart thing. I'm just being honest. 10 years later, LeBron would build a whole school in Akron where students who live there in the city get to go to school for free, right? Also, if y'all don't know, they pay for parents' transportation. They pay for different programs like welding, all kind of stuff for the parents. Free daycare program. Go look up LeBron James School. Niggas don't even talk about that no more. It's crazy. Did you know that?
I knew he did for the community.
Yeah,
I knew that. Yeah.
Yeah. In Ohio, LeBron is literally like that dude.
He provided uniforms and everything for them. They get uniforms and all the stuff for free. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, his school is like, but
it's a nice school.
Yeah. What's the name of the school? Oh yeah, the I Promise School. Everybody get to go to college for free. Did you know that, babe?
I know that.
If you graduate from LeBron School, everybody go to college for free. You feel me? Everybody, the whole school get you know what I'm saying, sponsored by him. So they don't never have no old basketballs. They courts, everything is brand new. Have you seen the photos of the school?
I've seen the school.
You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I've seen the school.
You know what I'm saying? Beautiful campus. right? Up to date campus. You feel me? But yeah, the I Promise School is a great thing. Shout out to LeBron James. But let's go to this conversation that we're having now.
All of us on the panel hit the lottery tomorrow. JB, Paris, South Central, Ali, Fatty, Malcolm. If we all hit the lotto tomorrow, do you know how much you got to turn down tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
You would have to turn it down. You would have to turn it down.
First one gonna be me.
That's crazy.
I think I'd take care of my family first. I hit the lottery tomorrow. My mom be like, "Mom, you're retired."
Y'all think that every man that got money, just because he hit the lottery, that he gonna have attractive women just falling at his feet? Y'all don't understand. Don't work that way, bro. If that was the case, women will only be having babies by rich men. Do y'all know that it's a lot of men with money that can't get no women, bro? Like, it's low-key a real bad thing now. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, a few years ago, I would have felt like, yeah, y'all put yourselves in that situation. But now, birth rates around the world are declining. It's not just Korea no more. I found out it's happening in America right now. Why y'all think that nigga Trump trying to give away $5,000 to women to have babies? As if they would take that when you just destroyed Roe v. Wade. See how y'all niggas don't be thinking? Oh, the birth rate's low, but you destroyed it. A lot of stuff that men do is backwards. You don't need. I didn't need $100 million to convince my wife to marry me. I needed to treat her right and do the things that she wanted. Throughout this video, I want you guys to pay attention to this because eventually, Ali and Let Her Be Great are going to get into it. And like I always said, Ali, when he first came to the panel, he was flirting with Let Her Be Great, and she was really enjoying it. Oh, you think I look good, Ali? He said, yeah. He said, oh, okay. The moment he went to the conversation, she's gonna go off on him. She told him, oh, I see why you're single. No one should ever want to be with you. And it's because of these stupid mentalities. You know what? Let me just press play so y'all can see it for yourself.
Brother, you're retired. Like, come on, let's start something.
And Callie, I feel so bad for you this show. Babe, Callie said that when she see attractive men, she automatically think that she's not their type, that she basically has to submit to them automatically for them to even be interested in her. I said, sheesh. I said, I've never wanted a woman with that low of confidence. That means any nigga can walk up to her and she going.
She has extremely low self-esteem.
And she said her last boyfriend told her that she was ugly. Why was you with that nigga then?
Right. No. She's not ugly, no.
Most of these niggas would love to be with her right now. And she don't look like she's skinny. But anyway, whatever.
The premise though, like basically saying like why white women, I guess, get chose more when it comes down to like celebrities or people becoming ballers or whatnot. Is it just because they want white women? Is it because black women aren't, are qualified? What's the real reasons behind that?
They want white women because they're easier to manage. Like we just saw in the clip with Paul Pierce. I got a girlfriend for the day. But let a black woman say she need to be paid to be a girlfriend for the day, $30,000. Now she a gold digger. You see, sometimes I don't even think it's about the women. It's about the men themselves and how they view the women. Right? A lot of black women will probably do anything you say for $30,000 a day. But y'all choose to go to these white women every single time, like Paul Pierce did. How many black women are even signing up for websites, making themselves available to be girlfriends per day? How many of your friends? How many of your friends thought today, I think I'm going to whore myself out to the NBA guys and create an online business? Because that's what that is. That's a business. I thought y'all don't like masculine women that had their own business. Why didn't y'all call Paul Pierce out for being an old man and being unmarried? But Ali is going to tell, what's her name, Jess Brad? Well, you're 35 and you don't have any children or you don't have any boyfriend. That's a red flag. What? But you know what? I don't want to spoil it. I just happened to watch this, the whole thing. I was there the whole time. I actually like that JB only go live about an hour and a half. It makes it able to manage. It's manageable instead of the 4 or 5 hours that our space normally does. Let's keep going though.
We are over.
I think there's a proximity.
Respect.
I think some men just think black women aren't qualified. Prime example, my little brother, he dates a Caucasian woman. He has a baby by her. Every girl I've ever seen him date was Caucasian. And I asked him, I said, bro, what's up? I've never seen you date a black girl. And he was like, oh, I don't date black girls. They're too loud. They're too this, they're too that. And I said, that was the most disrespectful shit I ever heard you say out of your mouth, because I'm a black woman. Your other sister's a black woman. Your mother's a black woman. And you're sitting here telling me that we're to all of these things. And that.
Girl, your brother, I would have disowned that little motherfucker.
Like, for real.
I told you, we got a cousin. I ain't gonna put his name out there, but anybody that's a part of my family knows exactly who I'm talking about. We don't rock with him. Especially me. You feel me? Because I don't do that whole, oh yeah, black women this, black women that. My cousin I'm talking about right now, this nigga almost died twice from being doing drugs with white people, doing cocaine, doing all kind of stuff. Right? If he was around black women, he wouldn't have been doing that shit. Right? He got into all different kind of shit when with them trying to frame him and people blaming him because he was usually the only black person around. Plus, he taller like my brother. Right? Not to mention, because white girls was dating him and he was having sex with them, he had to deal with the racism of their fathers and their brothers. And then have the audacity. Hey, bro, I know y'all niggas all the way in the hood in Brightmo. Can you come up to 27 Mile and drive an hour away for some beef? No. What happens to them homies that you go to school with every day? None of them got your back? Because we got the niggas from our blocks got our back. What about your neighbors? Oh, they haven't accepted you yet. They just tolerate you. Now you want to understand the difference. Nah, I'd rather see you get chewed the fuck up. Just like Shannon Sharp. The only one I've had any sympathy for is Jonathan Major. And that's only because I like him as an actor. And it's literally nothing else. If he didn't have those talents, I'd be tearing his ass apart. Because truthfully, even with him, even though I really hate the fact that he lost that role as Kane, he deserved what he got. He had no business picking up that white woman, throwing her in the car. I don't want to be with you. I don't want to touch you. I'm calling the police if you don't just move away from me. Right? If you can't separate yourself like Stax was asking Mary to do, then I will have law enforcement separate you then. I'm not touching you ever again. Right? That video that they got in the fucking closet, how the fuck did that happen? Like I said, I'm only sticking up for Majors because there's not that many. I can't think of another actor of any race that can actually deliver lines like he can, outside of DiCaprio and Denzel. Literally outside of those two. I just don't understand why. I've seen so many talented black men just fall over this, bro. Even Kobe. What happened in Colorado? Destroy his family, damn near destroy his marriage, lost what would have been his only son. Right? Not because a black woman snuck to Kobe room in the middle of the fucking night. Because a white woman did. I don't think a black woman would have got up there. She was white. And they let her up there because white women and white men can just go through any community without any like people thinking like, oh, what is that nigga doing here? They don't ever get that. But anyway, God rest Kobe's soul too, man. Even the best of us fall for this shit, child.
That's why you go to a white woman. And if I do, how dare you? How dare you?
I mean, that's where he find peace.
That's his choice. That's his choice. It's like you can't govern. Like we're all adults here. You can't govern what a grown man chooses to sleep with. If he wants to choose white,
one that has never experienced it.
Y'all literally choose to govern everything. That's why y'all don't like the LGBTQIA2S plus community. Y'all don't like those people. That's why y'all don't like trans people. So you don't want women to govern your body, but you think you have the right to govern others' body. That's why I don't like caste systems. And that's why I don't like hypocrisy and inconsistencies like what Izzy Bands did today. It's okay for me to perceive that all the facts that the judge, the prosecutor, both attorneys on both sides, and the jurors had over basically a 2-year span, none of that matters because what you perceive. Inconsistencies. If a gay man came on here and said, "Oh yeah, I think it was okay for me to go kiss my man in public," you would say that's disgusting. You would want the community to do something about that. You would blame more than likely women, simps, and progressives for the fact that they can move like that. Inconsistencies.
Loudness and all of that.
I'm just saying that's what that
say it's your preference. Don't say it's because black women are this, that, and the third, because you've never experienced that from a black woman.
Two things could be true at the same time. We can't turn the blind eye and say, "Oh yeah, black women are like flowers and candy." Like, yeah, y'all got attitude. What? That's the truth. I'm not saying.
What race don't have attitude, sir? So, I mean, when y'all watch Fresh and Fit and y'all see those other races of women getting kicked out because they going off, y'all never think, damn, they're not black women. Y'all, I mean, do I gotta go to shows like the Whatever Podcast and Andrew Wilson, for fuck's sake? Do I gotta start really doing that content to show y'all that y'all completely wrong? Do I gotta remind y'all that it was white women who created feminism, who wanted to be on their own? It was them. It was the white woman that created an image of her. And if I was on camera, I can show you, so I'm gonna have to explain it to you. But she was basically flexing her muscles, and she had on a mechanic's uniform and a do-rag red tie. That was the image of the worker woman.
Short hair.
Exactly.
Not long hair at all.
And if you're old enough and smart enough, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Right? That image became, that was a white woman. That image became a statement of rebellion for white women towards white men. No longer should they be shackled up in the house and have to be slaves to their husbands. Now they can actually go out and buy property, become scientists, right? Employ themselves, determine their own fate. And truthfully, I think that women did a good job over the last 60 years making that happen. But nevertheless,
saying white, I'm not excluding white women not having attitude. Hell, there's ghetto white women all over the place. But the point is, when athletes deal with white women, at least I say respect. That's in my experience. Respect come first. And just my short experience.
How would you know?
How would you know?
How would you know the relationship that white women have with athletes, like individually? How would you even know? And especially because you would have to know the relationship that they have with black women, Latina women, Asian. Yeah, for you to compare, for you to say that. Exactly.
You have to compare it to something.
And we know, Raheem the Rabbit, you don't have that information. Right? So let's say what's really going on. You're projecting how you feel about black women and white women, et cetera, et cetera. And you're projecting the fact that you actually are somebody who pedestalizes white women, or let's say non-melanated women. Let's just keep it 100. That same submission you probably can get from just Brad or Callie, definitely Callie, undoubtedly her. Or even Let Me Be Great if you actually approach them correctly. But like we're gonna see later on when Ali and Let Her Be Great, because that's the reason why we got here, right? That's the real reason why we here. This is just a fucking appetizer. The meat and potatoes coming soon. All right, let the chefs cook. Let's continue.
What I've seen, a lot of women don't lead with the respect. Even with the Pop the Balloon, a man come out, he could be well dressed, everything. The sisters are snapping him and tearing him down, talking about his shoes, his outfit, his hair, his nose, his lips. It's like, goddamn, get a man a chance to speak.
You know what?
Oh my God, man, you want?
I just feel like this is ridiculous. We see what you just described, with people tearing people down, physical characteristics.
One, it's a show.
It's a show.
It's meant to be entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, the show literally is based around looks and stuff like that. We know because they have nothing else to go on. This is why they ask the questions later on. But we've seen the male and female, they both do it. It's not a gender specific.
It's not.
I've seen guys talk about their hair, eyelashes, wigs, their toes, their clothes. Like we've seen guys talk like that.
I seen a nigga on Pop the Balloon turn a woman down because she told another nigga he was too flashy. And then she chose him and said, well, I don't like how your attitude is, baby, because I'm real flashy. Remember the dude who had all them diamonds? He had everything going. It's too much.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm real flashy. I got $1 million motherfucking watch, $200,000 necklace.
Mm-hmm.
Remember him? And then he was like, well, I can't be with you because you talk. Well, I said, what?
Yeah. No. I mean, we see men turn women down for all kinds of reasons.
I really think about this. Imagine if I came to you and was like, Meech, I need to talk to you. You're like, what's up, man? I don't like the way you treated your ex. You kind of was mean to him. And that just don't sit comfortable with me, so we can't be together.
It's crazy, right? Like,
even he would be like, Clutch, that nigga's stupid.
Right.
Time for me to circle back. No, that would be stupid.
No, he's literally defending this like he's the lawyer for this case.
It's goofy.
It is.
It's very, very, very goofy. But shout out to Raheem. Again, we're not here for you, sir.
What's funny with the whites, when it comes down to the white women, the white women, they don't even choose guys off a lot of the goofy parameters sometimes that black women might choose guys off of. The drip, the clothing. I ain't got to be fresh, man. A lot of white girls, bro, they'll take their dude with, basic shoes. Like my brother deal with a lot of snow bunnies. And when it comes down to him being exactly who he is, he don't have to play a character and look fly and this and that. Now he still got money, but he don't have to exude it and show it. He can just be a very regular guy. And that white girl usually is just, still on him.
White women grow up around men and.
All right, so I want you guys to hear that again. We got distracted. But basically, it sounds like JB was trying to say this. He was trying to say that white women will accept men who are wearing the bummiest shoes, driving the bummiest cars, living in the bummiest places. White men don't need to have any power, money, or wealth at all. And the white men would just accept, the white women would just accept the white man with the bare minimum. Whereas black women, they want men to have everything. I believe that's what he was trying to say. But let me rewind it just in case.
I mean, that's what
you can't go because you never. I'm not saying white. I'm not, and just even with the pop body.
They don't even choose guys off a lot of the goofy parameters sometimes that black women might choose guys off of. The drip, the clothing. I ain't got to be fresh, man. A lot of white girls, bro, they'll take their dude with basic shoes. Like my brother deal with a lot of snow bunnies. And when it comes down to him being exactly who he is, he don't have to play a character and look fly and this and that. Now he still got money, but he don't have to exude it and show it. He can just be a very regular guy. And that white girl usually is just still on him.
White women grow.
Ciao.
I mean, he basically just said to me that white women are cheap and they have no boundaries, standards, or expectations, and you can treat them like doormats.
And I'm worried about what type of nigga his brother is,
right.
Because listen, babe, when I go out, listen, I got fucking 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 pair of the same Jordans in different colors, for fuck's sake. You think I bought that because I wanted to impress some black woman? No, we just like buying expensive, nice shit, right? I do shit because I like doing shit. My wife, she like doing shit because she like doing shit. We told you this when we was on your show, right? That's like if she's saying, "Oh yeah, I'm about to take Darrel out to Hot Pot." No, my wife just like eating fancy shit.
Yeah.
I can't take her to Arby's every day. Oh yeah, but what about Chili's No. It get played out after a while. You gotta step it up. And I learned that too, because she's from Chicago. Restaurants everywhere, it's food everywhere, right? So you don't even gotta spend a lot of money to get really quality food. You just gotta step out of that fast food phase. You feel me?
I don't like how you're speaking of non-black women and white women. I don't like it. It's very disrespectful. And I feel like white women, they need to start pushing back on us. There's one white woman that says some stuff that's going viral all right now about stuff, how black men think.
I found a video that there was a white woman with some about sinners, and it was really good. She was basically talking about how, and she actually correlated back to Shannon Sharp about the big black baby stuff. And she was saying there's actually a lot of black men that pushed that into their mind. And she was saying that she wouldn't be surprised, even though she heard the video recording of the lady saying it, she wouldn't be surprised if it was Shannon who was actually basically agreeing with this and setting the foundation for it, because if he didn't agree with that type of rhetoric, then he would have stopped it. And she said usually in her experience with black men, they would tell her that, like, I want you to have this black baby. But and she said it would offend her, so she would tell them, like, don't say that, because our child won't even be black because I'm a white woman. Right. You know what I'm saying? She's already like she said in the video, she was already like, she already knew the difference between her and a biracial girl. Like, there was in her household, there was a clear difference. Yeah. Like in a black household, y'all might be the same because you get a drop, but not in our household. That's something that's different from what I am. And she was talking about how, and Mary in the situation, because, and she brought it, like I said, she was talking about sinners and how in her household, Mary, based on how she looked alone, she couldn't be black. She wouldn't be allowed to be treated like, you know, she would be treated like a white person. So she was saying she didn't like that part of the movie because it was inaccurate. And I agree, because you know how my grandma Grace looked. Yeah. And my grandma Grace, you know, of course she had black, a little bit pinches of black in her, but for the most part, people treated her like a white woman because she looked like a white woman. You know what I'm saying? So, but nevertheless, let's keep going.
Exactly who he is. He don't have to play a character and look fly and this and that. Now he still got money, but he don't have to exude it and show it. He could just be a very regular guy, and that white girl usually is just, you know, still on him.
That white girl would just fuck, and then your brother wouldn't marry her, wouldn't honor her, wouldn't create a family with her, wouldn't sign over his deeds to her, wouldn't make sure that she's taken care of. She get the same nigga that some random black woman would get. Your brother didn't do nothing special. He didn't. What you said was not enlightening. Only thing it showed was the ignorant attitude and ideology that you and your brother both possess when you are dealing with black and white women, because you'll put on the dustiest shoes you fucking got, because you know, in the dustiest clothes, and take a girl to the dustiest place because you know the white girl going, right? But you know you have to play a character, so you just don't get fresh just because you want to. You just don't get a nice haircut because you want to. You just don't get your shit lined up because you want to. You don't make sure you work out because you care about your own health. No, you have to actually. Are you saying that in order to get black women, you have to be at a better level?
Sounds like it.
I'm just, never mind, JB. You be confusing me, JB, because one day you're the married man with the fucking solutions. The next day is goofy rhetoric like this that I'm confused by. I mean that with respect. You know, I don't do internet beef. So I meant that with respect.
Women grow up around men in tore up jeans, like they don't give a damn about their appearance. So why would they go to a black man and care about their appearance?
I mean, but that's a good trait. That's kind of low key of a good trait if you think about it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's a good trait to have.
Listen to it again.
You don't have to play a character and look fly and this and that. Now he still got money, but he don't have to exude it and show it. He could just be a very regular guy, and that white girl usually is just, you know, still on him.
First of all, white women grow up around men in tore up jeans, like they don't give a damn about their appearance. So why would they go to a black man and care about their appearance?
I mean, but that's a good trait. That's kind of low key of a good trait if you think about it on a guy's perspective. I'm not saying that you.
Oh,
hold on, babe. Hold on. I gotta play it. This is how far the community has fallen. That's a good trait. It's a good trait that she don't come with no expectations of how I dress and how I look and my appearance. It doesn't matter at all. So I can come to her all fucked up and scrubbish, and she just gonna accept me. I'm still not gonna marry her. I'm pretty sure his brother is unmarried.
He is unmarried.
Okay. I'm pretty sure he just out here slanging pipe and not actually intentionally dating. You know what he's doing? He's going through woman by woman by woman. He don't have an intentional girlfriend. He's not saying, you know, baby, I want to sit down with you. It don't matter your race. I want to marry you. No, as JB just said, he's looking for the most raggedy ones. He's going through all the snow bunnies, right? Using them. Yeah. Ciao. Shout out to Let Her Be Great. She was cooking. We will be doing Instagram and reels about this one. Facts.
Who's the white girl? Who? Like, that's not something. Like, I feel like y'all love trying to say, oh, black women too loud. Black women like this. persona of a man, black women like that persona of a man. But it's just like y'all be looking for the worst in black women just to capitalize off the fact that y'all want to date a white woman. If y'all want to date a white woman, just say y'all want to date a white woman. Why y'all put a black woman down in the process of saying y'all want to date a white woman?
Do you have certain parameters of dress code when a guy talk to you, or just how he dress around you? Do you feel like he needs to dress a certain way from the?
Can a woman come to you dressed any kind of fucking way, JB?
Right.
Are you suggesting that women can look any kind of fucking way and still approach any man and get any man they want? That will go against everything that any dating coach from Kevin to Ashley Dalton, right? Why do you think Kevin wears suits every day, nigga? Why do you think? If Kevin was alive, the women would say, well, Kevin, you're a dating coach, and he would correct them. He would say, I'm an image consultant. I tell black men how to, if you don't know this, he started off selling cologne, nigga. Hey, dog, every man should have 3 or 4 different colognes. You shouldn't be out here smelling like weed. You shouldn't be smelling like your natural odor. Men naturally stink. Women don't like that. Women like women wear suits. Women like women are tailored. But looks and dress code don't matter. This is why y'all would never be Kevin. Y'all literally take the worst parts of his message and just run with it and just attach his name to it. It's low-key, it's super disgraceful. Like, now that I look back at it, it's super disgraceful. Another thing Kevin talked about was marriage. Marriage. What a damn shame.
Even be able to approach you or talk to you?
I mean, as long as you ain't looking fool. I mean, it really, if a black man, or if a man, well, I like black men, so I'm gonna just speak on black men. If a black man came up to me in his work uniform, okay, you want to talk to me? Cool. I know you working. I know you got a job. Now I'm gonna be specific. Like, one dude was like, man, he came up to me with an ankle monitor on. I said, yeah, we not gonna work out. Why are you coming up to me with an ankle monitor on? You got more issues. Like, you need to go work that shit out. Like, that's what I care about.
Why y'all don't have the same energy when it's reversed? Like, y'all support sisters when they date white men, and then y'all say white men treat y'all better as well too.
Ali, for one, you're Turkish. You're not black. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. 2, you became a baby daddy almost at the age of 40, which means that you still lack discipline. Okay. 3, and most importantly, to go against your argument. Because the first 2 attacked you as a person, admittedly. But to go against your argument, you support passport bros. You support men going out and getting any woman that they want of any race, as long as she's fit, feminine, and friendly. Which is why you're about to get into this argument with let her be great. Clearly, you don't understand what kind of woman she is. You're not reading the room. And you always do. I said it in the chat. I said every single time, Ali never let me down. He is consistent. Every single time. Women look at him. They find him attractive. He opened his fucking mouth. And it all go downhill.
Yeah, he can't keep on.
Every single time. I would think by now, because I used to be on Ali panels. And if Ali was honest, put his hand on the Bible, I was on his very first live stream. Me and him had a conversation about Lucky. Mm-hmm. Nevertheless, I thought that Ali was intelligent enough to change and grow. Or maybe it's the company he's been keeping. But I just expect more out of you, Ali. I'm just being honest.
As a whole.
Oh, I just said I like black women.
No,
all black all the time. I can't speak on that.
That's your.
And also, my wife is one of the black women, because I don't know what kind of black women you around that always support black women dating white men. But my wife don't support that shit. She is very, very, very pretty much against that shit. My mother, child, she is extremely against that shit on both sides. Right? And she grew up in Tennessee, Memphis, in the 60s. Trust me. If they don't want white men, there's a specific group of black women that live like that. If you know your stats, Ali, just to give you a actual fact, right, to add to the conversation, over 80% of black women who are actually married are married to black men. Right? which is why they followed black men when it came to voting. Those patterns were the same this year for VP Kamala Harris. Come on, man. Fucking Turkish bandit.
Your anecdotal, and that's your personal life, but you see sisters supporting when they date white men. Huge. Are you going to be against a sister that want to date a white man?
I'm
not against a man that want to date a white woman. We speak on it because it's on the panel. But if I know plenty of black men that date white women, I don't go up to them and be like, man, why you dating this white woman? Like, no. But I mean, if we're gonna speak on it, then this is what we're talking about now. Like, I don't have a problem specifically with a black man choosing a white woman, but it is a conversation to be had. But I personally, as a black woman, don't like white men. Like, that's just my preference.
But that's you that's you personally. But you see sisters dogging out. You see sisters dogging out black men, and you'll see their admiration for white men, and see how white men treat them.
Vice versa.
Like Venus. No, but see, you're changing it now. Like when
she giving Venus the vote. Oh no, you're changing it now. What?
Oh, he do. I'm gonna have to slow it down.
He's just talking backwards. Like what?
I'm gonna have to go to regular speed, guys.
Like a broken record. He make no sense.
He never make any sense.
He
never let women speak.
Yeah.
They're telling you what you need. I need you to do this, A, B, C, and D. No, what you really want is a man to do this. Because most of y'all women want a man like this. Oh fucking.
This is ridiculous.
Real talk. It really is ridiculous. Because just like the situation with Island Girl Q, I believe that Let Her Be Great, if you had a whole different demeanor, she'd probably be interested in you, Ali. I genuinely believe that. But after tonight, she would never be interested in you.
Nah.
We switch it.
And then what's worse is you argue back. Child.
You were fine. You were going, hey, why black men keep having to down black women to be with white women? You don't see black brothers be telling
some black women down black men too and go to the white men. I understand what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is y'all would, if a sister was on here had a white man, y'all would not be going to her for having a white man, and y'all would not.
If she was downplaying a black man, I absolutely would.
Yes,
don't downplay it. Let it.
I don't play that.
Period.
Exactly. Period. Because just if you got drama or words for black men, I got a lot of stuff I can pull from history all the way up until now about white men.
Period.
Like we can go tit for tat. Like we can. I have material.
Period.
Period. Period. Period. Period. Period. Period. Period. Period. Period.
Shout out to Carisha and JT.
It be your preference.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If you like what you like.
So I'm not gonna over pursue y'all right on this panel, but for the most part, sisters do that. And sisters do push and advocate for being able to deal with white men, saying that we bash y'all. But if we're your leaders and we're telling you you're not coming respectful, you're not cooperating, you're always challenging everything we say.
But you like what you like.
So I'm not gonna over pursue y'all right on this panel. But for the most part, sisters do that. And sisters do push and advocate for being able to deal with white men, saying that we bash y'all. But if we're your leaders and we're telling,
that's where you fucked up at. That's where you hold on.
Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
How are you leading all women, Ali? And I do mean this, literally attacking the point, not the person. With all due respect, you literally created a baby mama and came to Fight Club complaining that she didn't want to get rid of a baby that you wanted to get rid of because you wasn't prepared to be a father, and y'all made a pact 3 years ago, but you still was coming inside her. And then when Auntie J, God rest her soul, said, how did you get pregnant, Ali? Well, did y'all wear a condom? Did you protect yourself? Well, no, Auntie J. Well, damn. Why you complaining to us? And then Uncle Tom decided to go the fuck off. That's literally what happened, piece by piece. How can you say that you're leading all women? Do you know how narcissistic that shit is?
Yeah. It's very like, what? In his mind, he act like this is the what? 1200s? 1300s?
We all leaders. We?
Yeah, we?
Are you saying all men are leading all women? You don't believe that. Because y'all don't agree with all men. Let's say if Russell Wilson was saying at this panel, y'all wouldn't agree with shit he was saying. despite him being stronger than y'all, being more successful than y'all, being married, right? All the things that makes a man a man. Child.
Telling you, you're not coming respectful, you're not cooperating, you're always challenging everything we say. Why, if you're asking us to communicate with y'all and be vulnerable and emotionally available, you keep saying it over and over again? Oh, that's not true. You toxic, you sexist, you a narcissist for expressing yourself. So if brothers are saying this as a collective, but they're saying they still love black women and want,
you are a narcissist to believe that you're leading all women and we're your leaders. That's a narcissistic statement. It highlights the fact that you, for whatever reason, believe that you're benevolent. And that's why women should listen to you. Oh, wait, you must be feeling nice tonight, ain't you? Looking good. Child. My wife is looking good, y'all. I'm gonna get off here soon. I need 5 minutes with her. That's a fact.
Want to be with black women. Most men, black men, still want to be with black women. A lot of white women can't connect with us culturally. All they're discussing is this is what we need for y'all, and it's typically bare minimum. It's don't. Now we can't ask you to cook.
Right now, Ali just said that women can't connect with him culturally, which means to me, I articulate that, and the way that I actually interpret that is, well, he want black women to be like on some cultural shit with him. He want them to like communicate, to be culturally aware of what black men go through, et cetera, et cetera. But later on in his clip, he's gonna let her be great that the number one thing that a woman can do is shut the fuck up and be quiet. And she's gonna actually repeat herself like, "Ho, Ali, did you say?" And he's gonna say, "Yes." The best thing you could do is shut the fuck up. From there, the conversation is gonna spiral. And I know I have the exact timestamp, so let's begin.
That's disrespectful. We can't ask you to be a homemaker. That's like a patriarch. But when we ask you no problems and no peace, that's a problem as well too. So brothers are expressing themselves countlessly on these panels. That's why J Reacts got a panel. That's why there's a manosphere. That's why there's a red pill. Brothers are taking the time to tell you how we feel, and you still saying, "Oh man, y'all toxic." But if we say what you want to say, if all the brothers tell most of the women what they want to hear, we'll be smashing you by Friday. That's what happens, and then we'll have you pregnant by the next Friday, and then you'll go, "Oh, these ain't no
what."
Minute. Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
So hold on. Let's not think about nothing that the woman is doing for now. Let's just only focus on the men's. So you being a leader, okay? You're gonna lie. You said if we want to, we can just tell you anything we want to hear, which means you're gonna manipulate her, right? After you manipulate her, you're gonna have sex with her, like you said,
right?
Immediately, according to you. So you're not vetting for culture or any fucking thing. And to make matters worse, right? You're gonna nut inside of her, knowing that it's not your wife, that you have no intentions with her. Fatty's even gonna say in a moment that if you're doing with this, like what Ali is talking about, you're love bombing. And to a degree, I might agree with him. If you meet a woman, lie to her, get her to have sex with you, and then nut inside her, and then the very next week she pregnant with your baby, oh, you definitely done love bombed her. You a demon.
Yeah.
I thought you was an Islamic man. Does Allah mean nothing to you anymore? Child.
Good man out there, because most women want to do, not y'all too, we're not going to use y'all, is for us to tell you what you want to hear.
No, I agree with that, Ali. I have to agree that most women do want men to tell them what they want to hear. Me personally, I'm glad that I came across them.
Do men want the opposite, sis?
Yeah, I was just gonna say no. I'm sorry, no.
Go ahead, babe. You got it.
I totally disagree with you. Women are not out of here wanting to be lied to. Women are not out here. You literally have wives online crying right now because their husband was the breadwinner and she trusted him in his leadership, and now their home is being foreclosed and vehicles are being repossessed. You know, so this is not for you to say that women want to be lied to. Women do not want to be lied to. when women are literally talking to you guys about honesty and everything that's going on. I don't understand. Why do you think that someone wants to be lied to? Especially women. I've never come across a woman that says
nobody like that.
I want to be lied to. Yeah, like
nobody like that.
Don't lie to me.
No man.
Yeah, like this is not even a women thing. Men don't like being lied to. Women don't like being lied to. But men lie all the time, and then they get in these situations with women when they could have just told the truth. But you think
a man want to be told, babe? Do you think you think I can beat LeBron James basketball right now?
No.
But you my woman.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
What the fuck?
Lying hurts everyone. Lies hurt everyone, men and women. From lies, people actually become unalived. From lies, people actually get their hands put on. I mean, domestic violence goes up for people lying. So no, I don't.
This is the kind of lies they want women to tell. You're the best You're the best I ever had. You're the biggest I ever had. You're the best man. You're the only man that ever loved.
I've never had a man do the things that you do to my body. Like that's the stuff that they're looking for.
They need ego checks, right? They need ego affirmations. That's why they do all this goofy shit. Child, let's let this shit continue. I think y'all gonna love this. Shout out to Let Her Be Great. You can check my wife out on the ladies panel tomorrow. Let's go.
Man that told me what I needed to fucking hear. Because had he not done that, I would still be that same immature, loudmouth, back talking.
Hold on.
I'm I agree with that, Ali. I have to agree that most women do want men to tell them what they want to hear. Me personally, I'm glad that I came across a man that told me what I needed to fucking hear. Because had he not done that, I would still be that same immature, loudmouth, back talking,
shut up,
girl that I was.
Silly woman.
Now,
yeah, quiet. Play it again, Trump.
Shut up, silly woman.
You know what you're doing right now? You're taking responsibility away from fathers who are supposed to do that. Oh yeah, if it wasn't for the man, I'm glad he told me everything. Did that man marry you? No, he didn't. He just taught you a lesson, skied it, and kept going. And are you giving responsibility not to your father, not to your grandfather, your cousins, uncles, etc., who might be around you, stepfather, but to a man who didn't marry you? He's the only reason why you grew. Otherwise, you would have been an immature woman your whole life. Child.
That just don't make any sense.
Child.
And all you're doing is giving credence to their belief.
To the men argument.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? Even this is what I love about Ali, right? This is what I love about Ali. He's one of my favorite people to debate because no matter what, he's gonna shoot himself in the foot. Even when the women are agreeing with him, guess what he gonna do, babe? You probably gonna.
He gonna argue with you back.
He gonna disagree with them.
Yeah.
He gonna find a reason
to disagree
to go at the ladies every single time, right? I can rely on Ali doing that, like I can rely on giving the ball to Jordan and knowing that nigga gonna bring me to a W every time. Get the ball to Ali. Y'all said y'all want somebody to fuck with the move with the ladies? Oh, that nigga for sure gonna score. And it don't matter who guarding.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
You 35. If a sister gets to 35 and still single, she don't want a man bad enough, right?
If you're not willing to change, no.
I didn't ask you that. If she's 35 years old, y'all are the greatest asset walking on earth. Ain't nothing that's more gravitating than what. Like a man could be like, I ain't dealing with black women no more. Turn around, and go, God dang. Like that's what brothers do. Like they'll say, I'm gonna stop dealing with y'all if I'm getting treated a certain type of way, but black man can't stay away from y'all.
Y'all lack discipline.
Yeah,
you lack conviction.
That's why it's just very selfish for you to keep coming back to a race of women just for your own gratification.
Because you can't get the ones you really want.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. You can't get the ones you really want, so you're coming to the ones that's gonna give you a quick nut. Child. Just say you don't like you have no discipline.
Y'all passed up the women y'all supposed to be with. That's what y'all would tell women.
When I say I'm done with somebody, I'm done. I'm done. When I say it's on and popping, it's on and popping. Why don't y'all mean what y'all say and say what y'all mean? Because you wasn't raised in the hood. You was raised in Turkey. Child.
But if you 35, just like if I'm 35, if I show up 35 and broke, ain't there a red flag about a man if you're 35 and broke?
Yeah.
Why can't the same stipulation? Why do it have to be if she's 35 with a man, there's a red flag, but if you 35 and broke, it's a red flag? Why can't it be you 35 and don't have a woman and not married, and that's a red flag? Because that's what you actually are. You're 40 now, and you're unmarried, right? And still out here, you're not dating intentionally, right? Do we got to play the clip from Fantasy Island Girl over and over again? Of Ali trying to fuck her, knowing she was a married woman? Child, you can't make this shit up.
40 and broke, right?
Yeah.
So if a woman is showing up at 35 and 40 years old and you the most desired being walking on earth and you still single, that's a red flag.
That's a red flag. Absolutely. Something's wrong. No,
No.
So you think something wrong with you, girl?
Well, I was just gonna say, is something wrong with you? Because there's nothing wrong with you. Is that what you're thinking?
Child.
That's not a red flag if you are 35 and you are unmarried. Like that is not a red flag at all.
Child.
Red flags are things that are like damaging to you. Things that can hurt the relationship that you may be in. But 35, I mean, people are living longer. People are having children later. People are getting married at a later date. I mean, later on in life than they used to.
Focusing on their careers,
stability.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot going on with the economy in the world.
Yes.
So being 35 and not married is not the worst thing in the world.
Kevin Samuels would call that a high value man.
Yeah, he would.
He would say that if a woman if she was 35 with no kids, that's not a red flag. That's an asset. That means she kept the one thing, right, that's supposed to be for her husband, for her fucking husband. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Y'all wasn't listening to the OG when he was talking. The only thing that he had a problem with, fellas, if y'all don't understand the whole high value man rhetoric, right? It was fit, feminine, and friendly, right? It was all it was about. Is she in shape? Why y'all don't even ask women their dress sizes? Y'all forget the reason why he went through the questions. See? You niggas wasn't paying attention. That's why my wife about to become a new Kevin Samuels.
I totally agree. But that also comes with self-reflection. That also comes with self-accountability, which majority of the people walking this earth don't have.
No, it's getting worse on our side. I think in the community when it comes down from how y'all probably was taught, from how y'all was raised. The lack of accountability is accelerating, and you have less and less guys wanting to deal with the relationships, possibly just in general because of the
lack of accountability on who end?
On the women's side.
The woman's side.
To y'all.
Well, watch this. Hey, brothers, what should a man do in a relationship? If the best that he can, what should he do? What did you say?
Provide.
That's all y'all
right.
This is such an easy answer because you guys only have like 3 things that you feel that you need to do. It's so easy to answer.
This is where the argument is about to come in. Oh my God.
Like, what?
Now I'm so glad you brought it to my attention because I was over here editing y'all. So I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't hear the part that there was that. So this is where it went wrong. Ali is gonna say, well, men should just provide, protect, make babies.
Right.
They're gonna list 1,000 fucking things for the women to do. And they said she gotta go 50-50. And that's where Let Me Be Great said, I'm sorry, put in the chat. Oh no, I gotta speak up. I can't have that. I can't. And then she's gonna say, so I gotta do A, B, C, D, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And go 50.
The lack of accountability is accelerating, and you have less and less guys wanting to deal with the relationships, possibly just in general because of the
lack of accountability on who end?
On the women's side.
The woman's side.
Child.
To y'all.
Well, watch this. Hey, brothers, what should a man do in a relationship?
Talk.
If the best that he can, what should he do? What did you say?
Provide. Oh, what?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now watch this.
3 things.
Protect, provide. What was the
Y'all
last
said
one?
protect, provide what?
Protect,
If you niggas ain't sound clear to me, let's go back again.
Like, yeah, like they don't really know. It's like, well, provide, like just like basic, like easy answers. You don't have to think about. This is like a kindergarten question.
They didn't say a cohesive statement.
No, they didn't.
They did not.
This is literally a kindergarten question.
Right. Keep it
like, that's what we heard.
Still.
Just in general, because of the
lack of accountability on who in?
On the women's side.
The woman's side.
To y'all.
Well, watch this. Hey, brothers, what should a man do in a relationship? If the best that he can, what should he do? What did you say?
Provide. Oh, go ahead.
Right.
Take care of the girl, man.
Okay. Now watch this.
Child.
Protect, provide. What was the I said protect.
You niggas ain't say nothing. I gotta play it again. All right, let me get back to it, dog. Goofies. What's up that face, fatty?
Protect, provide, what?
Protect, provide,
and lead.
Now watch. Protect, provide, and lead. Okay, so that's what the men supposed to do. Protect, provide, and lead. Very vague, childish answers.
Right.
Take care of the girl, man.
Okay. Now watch this.
Protect, provide. What was the last one? I said protect, provide, what?
Protect, provide,
and lead. Now watch this.
That's the key word right there. A lot of women are not.
No. Watch this. There's something you can see. All the stuff they talk about, you can see. So I'm asking you three sisters, what is a woman supposed to do?
What was the question?
Communicate.
Nurture. Be grateful. Be nurturing. Be nurturing. Be grateful.
They wasn't listening to you niggas because you niggas are jokes.
The fact that you don't know what a woman. If you don't know, this is why I don't like the question, what does a woman bring to the table? I would never answer that question. I wouldn't even talk to nobody with that question. I wouldn't entertain you. Ask me that question. We are done. I would never ever speak to you again. Women, honestly, I don't have to do nothing but bring my womb to the table. That alone puts me at a higher ranking than you, period. I have to do nothing.
My wife is perfect the way she is.
Yeah, like what are you talking about? They're womb holders.
My wife came to me perfect, just the way she is. I didn't require her to do nothing except what she was already doing. You think that before she met me, she wasn't washing clothes and cooking? That's what I'm saying. I can tell men who don't really, like, y'all never been in the presence of a woman long enough to enjoy what a woman brings to the table outside a box, which is why I tried to get another young brother to understand, but he couldn't grasp it. I mean, he couldn't grasp everything that a woman brought to me outside of sex because he was a fool, like many men are.
But this question is weird. You know why? Because this is how I view it. You asking him what do you say? What does a woman do?
They asked what does a husband run? What is the husband supposed to do?
Right.
And then they asked a counter question. What is the wife supposed to do?
Yeah. I'll say woman. Just say, what is a woman supposed to do? We don't even need to answer that question because y'all got a list of things y'all say women should already be doing. So why would you ask women, what should y'all be doing? What did y'all say we should be doing? That would have been my kickback. What did y'all tell us that we should be doing?
I was happy that Ali introduced this question because I knew that Ali question would spark it would spark like a patriarchal type atmosphere that the women just don't like, and it's going to lead to an argument that Ali needed to hear genuinely. And if this woman if let her be great, look, if she wasn't attractive, they really would have let her have it. But you got to let her live because when you first got to the show, you said she's attractive. Child.
I was reading the comments. I'm gonna be real. I was in the whole.
No, y'all took too long.
Yeah, she was reading comments in the chat, so she wasn't paying attention. You know, we was having, shout out to Let Her Be Great. We was having a little party in the chat. Let's keep going.
I answered it.
Hold on, Callie was answering it. Let Her Be Great froze.
No. No intangibles. It's something I can see. That's intangible.
What do you mean?
No.
You mean something that you could see as far?
So nurturing is an intangible now. Nurturing don't matter. Shout out to Ali.
Something how is nurturing? But is it being nurturing? Is it something?
What does that mean?
That's taking care of the house.
Shut the fuck up. Maybe she can explain what she's saying. Jesus.
Also, so when the man is away, right? If you have kids, making sure the kids are taken care of, making sure that
before the kids,
you know
Callie,
you're creating before the kids, just creating space, creating peace, however that looks like.
Running showers, all the things that you would do that are nurturing, like I said, cooking, cleaning, fucking paying the bills if you need to, taking the bulk of the load off the man, because a lot of women think, like y'all said, y'all supposed to provide, protect. Yes, but providing and protecting doesn't mean that the woman does nothing.
So what you said would sound like a traditional woman, right? Do most women want to be traditional women?
No, when I said that, most women do not. Most women want to wear the pants and the skirts, and that's the problem.
So that's the problem. All the brothers traditional.
Why would women be traditional when men are not traditional?
Yeah, men are not traditional.
You think that Stack and Smoke was asking women to go 50-50? It didn't work that way back then. Let me tell you the main reason why, right? And this is why I don't like y'all stupid ass talking points. This is why Kevin and others, they became way smarter with even Tommy, right? Babe, help me make this make sense. Let's say we living back in the day. Now they said that you couldn't work, right? You couldn't get a job, you couldn't vote, you couldn't take out loans. How the fuck we going 50-50 then? How are you paying half of the bills?
I'm not.
You're not.
I'm not.
And you know what, child? Let's keep going.
All the brothers here will advocate
that's
for
true.
traditional men, but sisters will say that's patriarch and that's archaic, and we're not going back to that. Matter of fact, if somebody paid 50% of my bills, man, you are a great asset in my life. Y'all would say
100%.
I would rather be by myself, paying 100% of my bills
Not
than
I.
be with some nigga paying 50-50. Ain't that right?
Listen, from a
It's
woman
the
that's
wrong
been paying 100%, I'll take a 50-50 nigga any
80
day.
and 20.
I think, and it really comes.
Yes, you just Brat, you're giving me definitely pick Misha. Definitely giving me pick Misha. We on your side, baby. But you don't gotta do so much to get these male attention. You don't.
Really do nothing.
Yeah, you don't. All you gotta do is smile and sit there.
That's it.
That's all you gotta do. Goddamn.
Comes down to, like, I think that a lot of people, they're delusional about what a woman is supposed to do. I'm not talking from what you guys said. I'm talking from what the type of women that you guys are discussing. It's a delusional mentality, because we live in a society where it's not easy for someone to just meet someone and then be like, I'm gonna pay all your bills. The average man doesn't make enough to pay for everything and then kids. You have to build towards that.
I hate to say this, but a lot of dudes do come in willing to pay something for sure.
Absolutely.
I mean, there are, but at the same time,
paying something, JB, you so childish. You so childish,
so
JB.
basically saying it's okay to pay the light bill. That's all you got to pay. That's paying something.
So, babe, a man, as long as I paid your phone bill, a man's good, huh?
No,
that's nothing.
Yeah, like that's nothing. He come in at least with something.
Haven't paid a mortgage. Haven't paid the rent every month.
The car note, the car insurance.
Yeah.
The medical bills.
Child. Most of these niggas ain't paying none of these bills. My wife said I was the first man that she met that actually, all right, babe, you mean, was I really the first man that was actually giving you money for bills and stuff like that, babe?
Yeah, like consistently. I
consistently
have to fight for it and argue with it. Yeah. Like,
okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I have to fight for it.
But I told you that's how it was.
Yeah, and you give it back. I mean, I give it back, but you were the only men that I've had, like, relationship wise, that give large sums of money to me.
And you take care of everything when you take care of. Like the bill you're looking at right now. Like the bill you're looking at right now. That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We take care of each other. I don't understand why that's so hard for men to do. Just y'all want to be providers, but then you want a woman to go 50-50? Goofy.
I'm like, I just turned 30, right?
That's still a bad argument.
Nigga, let her talk.
Something for sure.
Absolutely.
I mean, there are, but at the same time, like, I just turned 30, right?
That's still a bad argument, though.
But it's not.
It is because most brothers. So prostitutes exist for a reason. A maid exists for a reason. All those people you pay to leave your house after they did what they're supposed to do. So why am I with you if I can cook, if I could clean, if I could take care of myself, if I can give D to somebody as well too, if I don't need you for anything, why when I go 50-50 with you, you just think that means absolutely nothing. I can't take care of myself.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Hold on. Most men can take care of themselves, whether they live in an apartment or whether they in a house with somebody else. Everybody's doing something to take care of their needs, right? But if you're bringing two checks into a household, that means that you're doing something for this man to be in a relationship with you. Y'all see it the other way around. Or if I'm going 50-50 with him, I ain't gonna be submissive to him.
That's why I said that was my argument.
Yeah,
That was my argument. I'm not. I think you cut me off before understanding what I'm trying to
Callie,
do.
I'm listening to you, Callie.
Which is like, hey, like that's a delusional mentality to have when someone's here at least taking 50% of the load that you have when you were doing it by yourself, and now you're sitting up here saying that's not good enough. That is delusional for someone to sit there. The fact that that person in itself is contributing to make your life better, even if it's only 50%, you should be grateful. And that's the thing. It's like a lot of people just aren't grateful, and that's fucked up.
Women aren't grateful. What you were saying is most men can't take care of themselves. You changed that argument just
No,
then.
I didn't. I said most men. I live in California. I live in California where it costs $3,000 for 300 square
Most
feet.
guys ain't gonna afford that.
Like it's you know what I'm saying? It's $3,000 for not even a one bedroom. I just turned 30 years old. Majority of the men that are around my age are still trying to get themselves together. I'm not going to expect him to want to have to take care of me unless I date someone that's already established. But majority of the people that I grew up with, that I went to high school with, we're still trying to just get ourselves and get our feet wet.
All I'm saying is that he could do that. He can do that struggle by himself that a lot of women keep saying. He want to know if he gonna pay 50% of your bills. He want to know what that mouth do. He want to know what them pots do.
What?
He want to know what that broom does. He want to know what that stove he want to know what the washing machine does. If he's gonna pay 50% of your bills, you better be bringing something.
You're disgusting. He is disgusting. And I'm glad that this type of archetype of a man has no power at all. Because women will literally be enslaved. This is disgusting. This is why you're never going to be married. Men with this attitude, why you're never going to be married. This is why your relationship with your child's mother didn't work out, even though I don't even understand this argument. You make $100,000 every month, right? So why are you even worried about other men not getting women to cook and clean and sweep and open up their mouth for them? You should be able to have access to that and pay for it. This is such a disgusting man here, Darrell. He is so disgusting.
I try to tell you, it only got worse from there.
Yeah, like he is extremely disgusting. So the only value women bring, you can pay someone to do that then. No, this man is disgusting.
Ali, I don't even understand why you said that. If a man going 50-50, not paying all the bills, 50-50, he wouldn't know what that mouth do. He wouldn't know what that washing machine do. Child. Let's see the opposition.
To the table, and a lot of times most sisters can't bring something to the table.
Wait, you said if he paying 50% of your bills, you gotta do all of that too?
Oh yeah, that's why he's there.
I will
bringing something to the table, and a lot of times most sisters can't bring something to the table.
Wait, you said if he paying 50% of your bills, you gotta do all of that too?
Oh yeah, that's why he's there. He can do it for himself.
I'm sorry. So you want to go 50-50 with me, but expect me to be 100% domestic to you.
Why you deserve 100%?
And you're giving me 50%.
Why you deserve 100%?
No, you. This is what I'm trying to understand.
We walking it down together, me and you.
No, why do you think you deserve 100% of domestic?
Because I don't
because you got to be a woman no matter what. You got to be a woman no matter what.
Hold on, Sal.
Because I don't need you. You even if you want a baby, you still need me.
What do you want, a man? Like.
Period. 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 Period.
I don't need you. So why are you in my face then?
Right.
And she said what she should have said. It sounds like y'all want men. Let's go back. I want to hear this one more time.
This is what I'm trying to understand.
We walking it down together. Me and you walking it
why
together.
do you think you deserve 100% of domestic
because I don't
because
need
because you got to be a woman no matter what.
But
You got to be a woman no matter what.
Hold on, Sal. Hold on, Sal.
Because I don't need you. You even if you want a baby, you
well,
still
what do
need
you
me.
want, a man? Like if a
No,
woman,
I didn't say
a
that.
woman offers a man something that men can't offer men.
What
like
can you
we
do better?
offer femininity. We offer a certain amount of wisdom and intelligence and comfort. We turn y'all can pay for a house, but we turn that bitch into a home. Like we offer things to a man that a man can't offer to a man. You can't go to your homeboy and get some valid advice. This nigga tell you some dumbass shit, but if you go to your girlfriend, she can give you some sound advice that's gonna help you in the future. Like you're making it seem like women are completely obsolete from the whole equation. Like we balance each other. Don't make it seem like
I'm gonna let you land. I'm gonna let you land.
Let
me insert something.
No, I landed.
I can insert something.
Saying don't make no type of
Oh
sense.
yeah, go ahead, my brother. Jay, go ahead, my.
Everything she just said was all facts.
Yeah.
Wife.
I'm a womb holder. That comes with femininity. Like I don't have to offer anything else. I'm a woman. Like that's what I am. I'm a woman.
And you have undoubtedly changed my life and Leia's life more than any man ever has. How could they?
Yeah.
Y'all be saying some real suspect shit, bro. Now, lucky I'm hungry. I'm about to get out of here soon. Let's finish. Let's wrap this up.
Brother Jay.
When you I'm married, and when you do have a good woman, she can provide a certain amount of energy, and relief from like your stressful environment of a life. You know, depending on how you work. My wife makes my life easier for sure. When it comes down to food, making sure.
Isn't that what Callie was talking about? Nurturing. It's like you have a very nurturing wife.
So why didn't you say something, JB, and be like, no, Callie's right.
That's literally what Callie was talking about earlier. Ciao.
Certain things to take care of, so I don't have to think about it. So I do believe when you have a good woman, it's definitely a benefit to have a great woman next to you for sure.
100%. But most men are getting problems.
What? Now you agree when she just said nurturing is the exact same thing?
Yeah. And you only agree because that was a man. I think you may want a man. I think that's what he may need that.
Child, I've never heard him say he loved anybody else except Fatty.
Yeah.
That's the only person I've ever heard him say he loved, not even his baby mama.
I think he's in love with men. Like the idea of a man, like it's just so fascinating to him. And he can be a part of that. You know, he's a part of that male.
I don't know what to think about that. That's some other shit.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? My mind, yeah, I can't comprehend that except one way. That's some suspect shit. Okay. Very suspect shit. Where is my man's Drizzy?
Wow. Most men are getting inconsistency. See, most men are getting instability. Most men are getting women who hold hostage to the box. Most women get women who complain.
Y'all not having, you literally have a baby mama. How is women holding the box hostage, but you was able to get a woman pregnant?
But holding a box, how am I? It's my vagina. How am I holding my vagina hostage? It's my vagina.
Well, I'm your man. You're supposed to give it to me.
Like,
just because I'm your man.
Do you know what the word hostage means?
He haven't fully grasped the understanding of it yet.
Clearly, you have not. I can hold my own vagina hostage. Because that means I want to give it away. So the holding of it would be, never mind.
It's too complex.
Yeah, like, never mind. Because his logic just doesn't make sense. I don't know how does he make sense in his head about this? I can tell he didn't do very well in school.
The intricacies that it would take to break down that argument, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it, child. Because nobody holds. My wife don't hold her vagina hostage. And like in that situation, what would I do? Like rescue the vagina? Like y'all are so goofy, dog.
To say women
Like, go talk to like an actual person who has been a hostage, right? And ask them if it's comparable to a woman withholding sex from her man.
Yeah. Guarantee it's not gonna.
You'll probably be met with like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Those two things don't have no correlation. Jesus Christ. And I reiterate, how are women holding box from men who have babies? Child, I would never really figure you niggas out. Let's go.
About cooking, cleaning, all they do is complain, and when they do complain, there's problems that you got to solve. So I do agree with her and you that a great woman is going to be a great benefit to your life. She's going to make your life easier, but most sisters are not making brothers' life easier. It's a hell, but it's hell for them, but they rather live in hell than be with no woman at all. So they still choose hell. But if sisters get a heaven from a man, it's still problematic. That's why we're here. You can get the great man ever, the greatest man ever walking on earth. Michael B. Jordan wasn't enough. Tom Brady wasn't enough. Idris from Snowfall wasn't enough. All these Tyrese wasn't enough. So if them brothers ain't enough, and those are the top brothers, most of these average brothers ain't enough for most sisters. They still want a man to perform. Y'all are asking for men to treat you like queen.
Child, what is this nigga talking about? Every single man that you name, from let's start with Tom Brady. I don't know what y'all fascination is with Tom Brady. Like, I grew up watching him at the University of Michigan, and I just don't understand. I don't understand why y'all always make that same argument. Tom Brady was a good man. His wife didn't want him. His wife told him, I want you to focus on your family and leave football behind. Right? You are already known as one of the greatest football players of all time. But yet, he chose to go back, and she left him to her word. So she had a standard, and she kept it. And y'all mentioned what, Michael B. Jordan? When y'all start talking about him, I'm ending the video. I'm done.
And y'all don't treat brothers like kings.
Yeah, a lot of guys got
y'all niggas not kings.
Right, like you think.
Child.
Even back then when we did have kings, was every man a king? There was only one king, and that was a royal family. But was every man, even within a royal family, you still had to become king. So every average man wasn't a king. Even within a royal family, you had your royal title. You still wasn't a king. What are you talking about? He makes it seem like every male is a king.
No, that's not. That's not the way it works.
No, I can't even imagine sitting down on a date talking to him. Oh my God.
Somebody did.
I know somebody did.
Child.
That would probably be the only woman that actually ever liked him. I don't think women like him after he starts talking.
Remember to play them songs he made about her and shit? Yeah. Rap songs and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Got to be super niggas. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you definitely got to be a super nigga out here in the streets.
It sounds like y'all want women to be superwoman. Catwoman, goddamn mega.
No, we just want you to be a woman. We just want women just to be women.
Some women,
no,
y'all don't
really,
like
what we're asking is pretty simple.
Y'all sound
South, you.
Yeah,
you know
South.
what I'm noticing about South Central?
What?
He's a character. He puts on. He's fake.
Yeah, when he was with you, he wasn't like that.
He wasn't like this at all. No, he's very fake. It's like when he's around a whole bunch of males, he goes with the narrative. He's not. He doesn't strike me as a leader.
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Yeah. Then you ask him about this. Oh, I was just saying what guys think.
No, he was just repeating what the next nigga said.
Right.
Just to get along.
Yeah.
Very disappointed in you, South Central.
And that's dangerous to have within a tribe.
Yeah, it shows that you're not your own person.
Yeah. And you're easily influenced.
By the wrong shit.
Yeah.
Child.
South, you haven't said a lot. You go ahead and get your point out, South, because I know you was trying to talk.
Nope.
Certain things don't have to be said. It's already known without him even having to say these things to you. You already know how to move.
But that's what I said. That's what I just said. You have to create that space for a woman to just know she don't have to say anything because my man got me. He is the leader. He's going to speak, and I don't have to say anything.
If you choose the right guy, you should already be in that situation. I will say this: of course, we just talking about the blanket statement of men, but you still have to come down to a good choice on who needs to lead you in your life. If you choose the wrong guy, you possibly gonna fail.
Let me go first, babe. This is going with the point. I'm using a personal example to make the point. With that being said, should we say that Ali baby mama chose the wrong guy? Their relationship did not work. She's a baby mama now. She has less value than she did when he entered the relationship based on the talking points that you guys have, which would say that if a woman has a child and gave up her womb to a man that she did not marry, that means the next man who actually is interested in her, he's going to take less, and he's going to take a lot of baggage, right? So did she choose wrong, or was he just a bad person? Was he not a good guy? Which one is it? And this is where y'all never gonna actually respond to this video. Never gonna actually, y'all gonna watch it, talk amongst yourselves. But you're not man enough to say, you know what? I can actually stand on my point and actually use it, even in a situation where it's people who are my friends. But y'all can't do that because y'all lack conviction. You won't tell Ali he a bum ass nigga. You will tell him that, oh yeah, stuff just happened. But now y'all making it seem that like when stuff go wrong in relationships, it's because the woman chose wrong. So I asked, did she choose wrong?
By choosing you.
Yeah, by choosing him. Should she had chose somebody who's actually going to be intentional and marry her?
Right.
Y'all get back to me. Y'all let me know. Let my wife cook.
This whole choosing poorly, choosing badly. Only thing I have to say about that is that we say that the women need to lower their standards. So if the guys that you constantly, if there are guys out there who are the bad apples, then those men shouldn't have, they shouldn't have access to women. Women shouldn't give them access, right? So then at this point, it should only be like a certain amount of women is going for a certain type of, guy.
Where's protection for men protecting themselves? That's how.
So do we not want all men to have? I don't like this question because do you want all men to have a woman? If so, then that means her choosing wrongly. We can't make that the question. If all men are supposed to have a woman and then the women are choosing wrong, that can't be the question. To me, that's a paradigm. I'm like, my brain is not commuting back and forth. I'm trying.
No, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Because you said she chose wrong. Okay, so if that's the wrong guy, then the next woman that chooses him, she's choosing wrong too. And like you said, or is it the character of the man?
Correcto. I thought he was the leader.
Yeah, like what do you want women to do? If he wronged this woman, what makes you think he's gonna go to the next woman and not wrong her with the same behavior? So are all 3 women choosing the wrong guy? Did all 5 women choose this man and he was the wrong guy every single time for every woman?
That can't be the case because when Lotion Gate was going on, Ali said, I want that gently. I'm gonna make her my 5th. I'm gonna be her 5th baby daddy.
Yes, he did say that.
Despite you having all your children with one man and now me, your husband.
Yeah.
It's almost like he wanted to assume because you was a black woman that you had to have all your children by all different men.
Multiple men.
That's what I'm saying. The underlying racism, it be killing me with these niggas. And then they'll claim they black man too. That shit be killing me. Y'all let anybody claim they a black man. Now, Sharon saying marry a black woman, child. Haley Steinfeld.
That's the black woman.
Oh my God,
and
bro.
what did the other girl say? Oh, she's a Arun or Noon or Octoroon. Some she said, girl, don't
she's the
Octoroon.
Girl, we don't want to hear that shit.
We don't want to hear that.
If we all chose the right people, we would all be married on this panel right now. We wouldn't even be having
let me be great. It's like saying when we go to a restaurant and you have to create a safe space for me to pay this bill. Like that don't work. We know this. We know. Let me be great. It's like saying when we go to a restaurant and you have to create a safe space for me to pay this bill. Like that don't.
What do you mean? I have to create a safe place for you to pay the bill?
The fuck is this nigga talking?
This is a business. You're going somewhere where we know it's all about transactions for a service.
How else are you going to get the food?
Right.
Here?
Like, what are you
whether
talking
you came
about?
with her or not?
The same.
You be wilding, dog. He a wild man. I don't even know what the fuck to say to that.
You gotta create. So she gotta create a piece for you to pay bills. To what?
You got to create a certain environment for me to pay this.
This
bill. You want to?
Yeah.
So what happened if I just get the fuck out of here? You just gonna not pay the bill, nigga? Like
right? You gonna skip out? It doesn't.
You gonna
get
break
paid.
the law, nigga?
Yeah, like.
Jesus Christ, dog. You can't make this shit up. Shout out to South Central, man. Keep giving us examples of what to laugh at and what to mock.
Work. We know this. We know
exactly.
Safe space for me to pay this. It's like saying when we go to a restaurant and you have to create a safe space for me to pay this bill. Like that don't work. We know this. We know.
What do you wait? Go back. I'm sorry.
Because it don't make any sense. Like,
it's not computing for none of us.
Yeah,
I did the same thing,
what?
so I gotta touch my glasses. Did I hear this nigga right?
She said, "Wait, go back." Like, right? Repeat it.
What you say, child? No, I can't. I know I didn't hear anything you said, child. What a little bandit.
Go back.
You said because you said you need to create a space for her to be quiet, to know how to be quiet. It's like saying, and I'm saying that you should already know that. Like a man should know that if when the bill comes, hey, this for me. I gotta take care of this. Ain't no safe space.
That's not what I was saying. I was saying a woman when you tell. I don't know. I think the audio.
The information is on my end. Right. What he wanted to say is be quiet around me. Go talk with your friends for 3 hours on the phone. I don't care. But when a man says be quiet, is respect my peace, respect my silence. When you're around me, don't bombard me.
No, I think the way South said it, the way South said it is the way South meant it. That's why I was telling South like, no, you're not finna tell me just be quiet just because you want me to sit there and be quiet. I'm not your dog. I'm not.
That's fine. But that's like you say.
You took it that way. That's not what I'm saying.
That's not what I'm saying. In the house, the motherfucker can play in the backyard, right? When a man say be quiet, you probably have multiple friends that want to talk with you on the phone for 2 hours. Go to that room and talk with her on the phone. It's not be quiet and stay in the corner like a child.
Team Portugal is trying to lay it on softly, but it's still misogyny.
Right. It's still the same thing.
Right. But watch how Ali lay it on strong. No, he don't mean that shit. I mean, shut the fuck up. He gonna say it just like that. Ciao. And this is what you do on panels. I can only imagine, nigga, you are. Oh, my bad. The Turkish you are offline. Ciao.
The same way I measure my words. This is a perfect example. Everybody talking crazy on the barbershop. A woman comes with her son. Everybody quiet. We know how to be.
Not in Detroit, maybe in Portugal, but not in Detroit, bro. And you know where else? I learned that it don't happen in Chicago too. And I learned this personally from our barber, Dre, when he said he had to move to a quieter spot because every time he would bring customers in Chicago, it'd be fuss. It'd be racket, music playing, goofy shit, smoking outside. Now he at a spot where, you know what I'm saying, you got like it's security just to even get in. You can't even get in unless you their own business. It's quiet. It's peaceful. It's safe.
Same thing with my barber in Vegas. Paul has his own setup. He's not in the shop. He likes his quiet space. I don't know what this man is talking about.
Europe is not America.
Right.
Turkey is not America.
When a woman comes to our presence and we kind of change our way of talking because we respect you. You know that woman say 10,000 words, men say 2,000 per day. Call your best friend and kiki kaka and respect them in peace. The problem is
if a man has to be quiet.
So that's the type of be quiet. He's not little child. Be quiet.
Now if a man has to tell you to be quiet, low key, you went too far. No man just come out and tell a woman just be quiet. A lot of times y'all take it too far to where a dude has to say that to you. That's when it's already.
South, you literally just said.
Nah, hey, South, no, South, stand on it, right? They'll even say, I'm your woman, I'm not your maid. We don't say, I'm your man, I ain't your Uber driver. I'm your man, I ain't your bodyguard. I'm your man, I ain't your ATM.
Yeah. Whoa. Yes, you are my ATM. Yes, I gotta stay home and be a traditional woman. You are my ATM. You are my bodyguard. You are my provider. What are you talking about, bro? That is the trade-off. Is that not the trade-off? Because I thought the trade-off, if I give you my autonomy, you have to provide all of that.
Not according to them.
See, no, hell no. Hell no. You disgust me. Are you kidding me? You are my ATM.
He said, no, I'm not.
You are my provider. You are my builder. You are my protector. What are you talking about? Y'all just told us that men protect and provide. And for you to say, oh, so I'm not. Yes, you are.
Don't forget lead.
And you're my leader. What are you talking about?
That don't come with protection.
Oh, my God.
Who said that?
Y'all so backwards. Ooh, they look at one on this panel that night. Oh, they look at one on this panel this night. I had to come in and shut him down. What are you talking about, bro?
Don't worry, I got the timestamps. You can do a reaction.
Am I wrong? Like, am I wrong for what I just said? Like, that don't even make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. But what's not about to make any sense is what he says further on into his argument. Let's go into it. And he cut off South Central to say this.
Oh my
child.
I'm your woman, I'm not your maid. We don't say I'm your man, I ain't your Uber driver. I'm your man, I ain't your bodyguard. I'm your man, I ain't your ATM.
Yeah.
You ain't got to explain none of the yeses. You only got to explain when you say no because she wants to change your mind. So if I ain't got to explain all the yeses I give you, and that's why you with me, well, I got to explain to you when I say no if I'm your man and if I'm your leader.
Yeah.
Follow.
Right. Yeah, I think if you choose correctly, you shouldn't have to be in those situations. And if you know how to act like a woman, the man knows how to act like a man. It should just be reciprocated. If y'all learn to love and grow with each other, it shouldn't be a big difference between how each person is supposed to operate in a relationship.
Right. If you can let me in your guts, you can at least let me say no.
That's a fact.
What?
Ali. He never disappoints me.
You know what? You're very vile at that. This is a vile human being, and you spew a lot of toxicity out of your own mouth. He creates his own venom.
He does.
Like, he really does. You create your own venom. This is a very vile individual. He's gonna take that dirt nap alone.
No woman's gonna want to be with him
no
because of
one's
the
gonna
shit
do
that he does and says. Like, he says goofy shit and does goofy shit, and then get mad when women don't want to be with him and they don't want to submit to him. Why would they?
Yeah, why would she?
Child, can't make this shit up.
Because there are women that will give their submission, but they have to be cared for. Like that couple I told you over in Dubai, gave that man complete submission. But guess what? She had all these other great things in her relationship that it was worth it, like, to her. And he's not completely in control. You know what I'm saying? Like, over her. He treats her with respect and everything. Takes very good care of her.
As he should.
And they're married and they have children. And he has invested money within her, given her properties, cars. Anything he does, she gets a percentage of it. Like,
as she should.
And in return, she does give him submission. But even with the submission, he doesn't abuse her. Y'all want to abuse women with your submission. Once they give you their submission, you want to take that submission and abuse her with it.
Which is insane.
And that's not what submission is supposed to be about.
That's not what submission is about. That's why they don't have that.
Yeah.
In any form. We're almost done with this one, guys.
If I'm in your body, all in your body,
shut up.
and all other places, the least I can do is be able to tell you no.
Yeah, and like I said, a lot of the guys that y'all like really not acknowledging is the guys that y'all are overlooking. Most of y'all don't even pay attention to most of the guys in y'all vicinity. Y'all only talking about the guys that are busted.
We're done.
Yeah, JB, no.
We're done, guys. Jesus Christ. Talking Point Central. What have we learned today? These men still don't know shit about women. They don't want to listen to women. They want to tell women to shut the fuck up. They want traditional relationships, but they don't want to actually be traditional in the sense where they got to actually protect their own family or provide for their own family. She can't go out and work, but she can't use you at an ATM as well. I mean, it just don't make any sense at all. They want to be in complete control of women. Complete control of the women that they are romantically attached to. And these are the same men that claim that they're the leaders and they work in mental health facilities and they make $100,000 a month. I mean, you can't make this shit up. But let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments. Wife, do you have any final thoughts before we end it?
Ilkan Ali, you are a very vile and disgusting entity, and you'll definitely get what you get at the end of all of this. No woman.
I want to see what that broom do.
No woman's gonna ever want you.
I want to see what that fucking wash rag do. I want to see what that cleaning supplies do. All right. If I'm doing anything in this household, child.
But then say he not your provider, he not your protector, he not your ATM.
But do you talk to women like that? That's what I'm really thinking. Like, do you really are you like this on the panel, or do you really sit and tell a woman, I want to see what that washing machine do? That's crazy work.
And yet that is the only woman we know that he was to be with. We don't know about other women. He never says like, oh, I had this other relationship.
And until I hear from her, I only know his side, and I know he's a liar. So nope. I need to hear her side. I need to confirm that it's actually her. It's a lot of steps. He's so much of a liar, I can't believe nothing attached to his story. I damn near sometimes don't believe he got a kid.
Right?
I don't be believing nothing he say.
He can even just like blur it like and just nothing.
Nothing. I don't believe nothing this man says.
Or if you see your kid. If you see your kid, you can't get a picture of you holding your kid. You don't have to show your face.
Nothing.
Nothing.
The only person that ever said that they saw his kid was Team Portugal. So nope. Everything about this man is a lie, including the fact that he claims to be black. He's just like Mary and sinners. With that being said, have a good day, y'all. Okay? All right, I'm even going to let y'all in on the sinners notes. Child, we out of here.